point. Um, so yeah, there we go. Right. Welcome everybody. It is Thursday. Thursday? Yeah, fair Thursday. Really happy. Just to start off with, obviously the challenge account. I've actually done what we did last week, so it's up to 1,403. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. So we should be able to beat what it was last week, and I don't know. I think if I achieve this, I might just start to. I might stop because at least then we'll be giving away the $400. So yeah, should be good. Very happy. Right. So let's get to it. Our trades of this morning in order. I think GBP was number one. That has triggered. Sorry, let me just make sure I'm admitting everybody. So GBP was obviously now number one. Now, one thing about, very easy about interest rates is when interest rates are reduced, it means obviously any money that's invested into that country, you're obviously going to get less money back, in regards to interest for your 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 investment. Now, although you have to reduce interest rates to increase, spending, consumer spending, because obviously then, loans are cheaper, everything's cheaper for consumers, but from the investors' point of view, there's no point obviously pumping a big amount of money in, but because obviously everything drops. For example, yields dropping, probably 0.5% from yesterday. So just be aware of that. That is a very easy, rule of, how to, deal with, or how to understand interest rates. That's why gold obviously didn't quite have that follow through. I think it was expected, but obviously, we should have caught this very, nice move yesterday. So everyone should have been in a nice bit of profit. If you were that gambler from last night. So yeah, hopefully that helped. Right, so well, what that means is, we've got no kind of high impact news really today. We've obviously got some jobless claims at 1:30. More jobs data due to increase. Which is that's obviously one of the reasons why they've obviously reduced interest rates. It makes obviously everything a bit cheaper for companies to obviously employ, but yeah, it isn't great. So this should, send the dollar overall back. We're loitering around 99. We've broken this, so you cannot be trying to buy the US dollar today. This trend is clear. All right. It's in a downtrend. It was holding at, 99. I think we sold Euro USD yesterday morning. Obviously came out in a bit of profit, but obviously, the outlook has to be do not buy the US dollar, right now until we've got to be trading back above 99. So this is our next kind of, level here where our macro outlook, might change. But obviously, right now, as you can see, this probably will continue. We've obviously got today and tomorrow. So obviously, that's why, was just targeting this area here. There's a lot of liquidity here. So price has come back into it, obviously, and it's tapped our entry, and we're in a little bit of profit here. Next one I think was Aussie. Again, when I posted, price was obviously in this box, and it's come back down and tapped it anyway. So yeah, that's obviously in two. And then obviously we had gold. Gold we actually got in at I think 412. Sorry, 4212. So we're obviously here. Just need this to to continue. I do think I haven't been, over the top in our kind of expectations. But obviously that was on there too. Euro, again, hasn't quite triggered us. I wasn't as confident, but obviously, it's not quite triggered us. So the only trades we've got active, or the only trades that I got active on the big account are AUD/USD, GBP/USD, and gold. And then obviously we've got USD JPY, and now I've played this ever so slightly safer because we know that yen is overall a little bit weak. It's starting to strengthen up a bit this morning, but I just wanted to just play it that extra, safe card. So yeah, we've obviously got gold active, currently about 30 pips in profit on that. We got GBP USD active, and we've got AUD USD active, so that's plenty. And obviously, considering how this morning's, how everything's kind of been, for December, it's been slow. We've obviously managed to, gold's helped us. Like yesterday, gold smashed it in the afternoon. It's probably the only month of the year where I'm really, really hoping a gold trade's gonna trigger. Yeah, let's wait and see. Um, right, so yeah, like I mentioned, very, very easy dollar as long as we're trading below here. All right, you do not look to buy it. All right, you're only looking for scalping trades if you are, because the overall outlook is to the downside. I actually think that this could pierce this, and we might even finish the month around 98. But let's wait and see. I'm going to get rid of this because I don't think we're going to be up there for a while. But yes, as long as right now we're below 99, yeah, we're obviously not going to be looking to buy it. If we look at our overall, chart here, pretty happy, journal. Um, November we'd smashed it. We did have a good November. December's been a little bit, slower, but still very, very happy. We've obviously had these odd days here, but everything that obviously I've been posting or documenting, I've obviously been taking. So let's wait and see how these ones kind of, turn out. Let's have a look at a few of the questions. If you want to add it in, then yeah. What other main news events makes gold jump like yesterday? I was coaching kids football, so I missed it. So gold. So the only thing, obviously, it was a huge evening. I haven't really looked into the press conference either, but yeah, it was this interest rate decision. If you think about it, it was previous was 4%, now 3.75. This is going to be the biggest news event from um, for December. If we look as well, CAD have obviously chose to hold their interest rates, and so all these things here are, going to be playing on the, playing on everything. But the dollar's not. Dollar's in a little bit of turmoil at the moment. I think we're going to break through 98,500. So just to be aware, tomorrow, Friday, we don't have a lot on. It's more pound news. So I'm going to wait until probably after, 7 to do my analysis. But yeah, we don't have a lot else on. So whatever's happening today, there's going to be a bit of continuation. One thing that surprised me is Bitcoin. Um, Now, with reduced interest rates, you would expect money to be flowing into crypto. Well, whether it's a bit of a the delay, but the whole crypto market is down. We obviously peaked up to like 94 and a half yesterday. We're back down to 90. So is this grabbing some profits off the table, or grabbing some entries and then obviously we're gonna go, or is it a sign that obviously the bear market as they call it is here? I think if we look historically. So, in just to give you a little kind of crypto, lesson, and obviously it shows how basic crypto traders are. No offense, but they call this the death cross. All right, and it's when 50 crosses the 200, as you can see here, death cross. Here we go into the bear market before I don't know what they call it when it crosses from the upside, but obviously, you can see here, it's since it crossed back in February 2023, it's not dropped, it's continued. So, but one thing that you can always look at whenever it crosses, it comes back up to retest every single time. Crossing, retest. We haven't had that yet. All right. So I do think Bitcoin is due a little bit of a pump up. I mean, lots of people are saying that, it's still in the bull market and it's going to continue. But obviously, I think we're going to be looking around, between 100 and 110 before potentially dumping a bit further to the downside. But let's wait and see. So yeah, but no, overall, I'm actually really, really happy with how we've been, planning everything and, how it's been, yeah, doing. I mean, if I check on my account here, I know that you guys can't see this, but yeah, we're already on 18.5K, which I'm really, really happy. So, solid entries, everything's in profit. We've obviously got GBP USD just struggling at the moment. But might be tempted to actually hold these today. AUD USD in profit, So, does anyone have any questions? Because I know that it's that time where everyone has to get to work, so I don't want to take up too much of anyone's time. But if you've got any questions, hit me up in the chat right now, and obviously I will answer them. If not, we'll obviously end it. So, I'll give it a couple of minutes. But yeah. Many thanks. No, no problem, Chris. No problem at all. Well, obviously, next trades will be posted probably after 1:30 because obviously we've got the jobs data. So yeah, let's wait and see. Ken's got a quick question. Ken was actually the winner of the $400 last week. So well done to Ken. Come on then. Quick question, hit me up. Is it always best to partially close instead of fully closing? This is all your choice. I'm a great believer. What we have to remember and don't ever, forget it, is that you obviously, you are here to take money out of the markets, right? That is it, and it doesn't matter how pretty it looks, which is obviously what everyone gets wrong is they want this 1 to 22 RR because it looks great, but who are you showing it to? I would just rather have, whenever you are happy, take it off the table, all right? Because that is why you are here, right? It's not to get this perfect entry, it's to get money out of your brokerage account. All right. Gem, I missed the entry this morning. Can I still enter or wait for the US session? Yep, set up, the buy limits probably on the top. So this one would be AED USD be 66,400. GBP USD would be 33, 700, and gold, you can just, set them up. I mean, I've got gold. We managed to get a lower entry. It was 4212. So, but yeah, I don't see why. why you wouldn't just obviously don't push it higher because that's the idea of these boxes here is that's where I am happy to enter anywhere in here. All right, so don't obviously enter higher because you're just putting yourself at a bit of a disadvantage. But yeah, right. I'm going to end this here. And yeah, if you got any questions, obviously private message me. It's no problem at all. And yeah, I hope everyone has a great day today. Have a good one, guys.